Thank you, everyone. It's so great to be here at the summit launch of 2022, and thanks, Mark, for actually remembering my name. My name is Inbar Oren, and I'm the Chief Product Officer of Scaled Agile, and I'm so excited to be here. It seems like such a long time since I've seen so many of you in person. I've seen and met so many people that I haven't had a chance to talk to or hug in such a long time, so I'm very, very blessed to be here. And during this last few years, it was clear to see the difference between companies who had technical agilities, could change what their teams were doing, and one who actually discovered and mastered business agility and could change strategy and adapt to disruption. And as Chris told us, this challenge is only getting more and more important. Our mission at Scaled Agile is to uncover new ways of working and to work with you as we discover them. But over the last few years, we realized that disruption doesn't apply only to other people, but also to us. And SAFe itself needed to change and evolve. As you guys progressed in your journey towards business agility, the challenges, the problems you were facing were more concrete and more interesting. And it wasn't enough just to read articles or take some courses. And so we had to evolve SAFe beyond what it was and into a true system for business agility. A system with the framework at its core, a knowledge base where you can go and read those important articles that provide us with an understanding of what SAFe is, where you can go and explore the different competencies of business agility, where you can go read about the different roles, the different events of SAFe, and really get to know what does it mean to achieve business agility and to do it. But also a learning and professional growth system that starts with our courseware, but goes beyond just courseware and into just enough and just-in-time learning online that allows people to grow in their role, grow beyond, and grow into their next role. And learn what they need in order to do their job as a Scrum Master, as a product owner, as a product manager, as a SAFe professional in order to be successful. And as we augmented learning, we knew that learning by itself is not enough. So we went beyond just learning and created a system for practice and collaboration. Everything a SAFe professional needs in order to do their job day to day. How do we run retrospectives? How do we run participatory budgeting? How do we start LPM? How do we think through all of it? And an expertise and knowledge exchange that allows us to harness the knowledge of all you SAFe experts out there in extending SAFe beyond what we ever could. Together, these form a system of business agility that is SAFe. But we need to constantly evolve SAFe. And as we're thinking through a system of business agility, it needs to be something that is more than just for some people. It needs to be a system for everybody across the enterprise, providing learning for all those who are needed, people who are new to SAFe or new to their role. Making it easier for people across the globe to learn, practice, and understand SAFe in their own language. And for different functions, from marketing to HR to finance, to learn about how do you adapt SAFe to your specific context. Well, today, I'm happy to really think through this and share some of those new discoveries that help us understand these, as well as how do we measure business agility and the flow of value from sensing an opportunity to actually delivering value to our customers. And we've worked with many of you here in order to think, what do you need? How do you want us to evolve SAFe? And so I'm really happy to announce today many new features, tools, assets in SAFe. Now, I know you've probably thought you're going to sit here and listen to me for the next 35 minutes, but I'm happy to announce that you won't have to do that. But instead, you get to learn from the people who actually build those assets. And so, happy to start that announcement and this launch. Let's get started.
Hi, I'm Hande Kazgan, a Safe Content Advisor at Scaled Agile.
And I'm Bill Sizemore, also a Safe Content Advisor here at Scaled Agile.
You may have noticed that when more of your employees understand SAFe and how to practice it, the better prepared your organization is to succeed toward business agility. A great way to accelerate that understanding is by providing them with the foundational content they need as soon as they need it and before they take their first SAFe course.
Today, we are really excited to share two of our newest online learning solutions with you. We know that each one will introduce ways for learners to learn better and to help people learn and train in the classroom.
When I first joined a company that was using SAFe, I was so excited to be part of an Agile team. And this new way of working was different coming from a traditional company for me. In addition to that, people were using terms like art, RTE, stories. I was lost. My excitement turned into frustration. And I felt like I had to support those people who are new to SAFe and Agile, which actually led me to my career path as an SPC. To create a welcoming environment for new learners, we need to empower them and meet them where they are and get them to speak the same language. While I was implementing and coaching SAFe, I was also curating that foundational content because I needed that to reach to our learners. And I was thinking, how helpful would it be to not to have to create the same content over and over again when I go to different companies to support them and different teams, right, in their context. So I was thinking how helpful it would be actually to have that content readily available in SAFe. And I was not the only one, was I? Anyway, it was the #1 request from our Voice of the Customer events, from our LACE leaders, LACE members, SPCs, and participating in the Voice of Customer events. And we actually heard that feedback and took action. I'm excited to introduce SAFe Jumpstart. This online learning series is designed to empower new team members and people in new roles with the content they need as soon as they need it, so that they get up to speed to work in a safe environment right away. It provides on-demand learning and practice resources, including activities to solidify the learner's understanding. And the learners who complete SAFe Jumpstart series will earn a Ready for SAFe digital badge. SAFe Jumpstart not only gets new learners up to speed quickly, but it also frees up coaches' time so that they can focus on their organization's transformation journey toward business agility. And LACE members and SPCs can assign SAFe Jumpstart to their learners and track their progress. So what's inside SAFe Jumpstart? It gives a high-level overview of why Agile and SAFe, lean and Agile mindset, how to use that different mindset, how an Agile team works and collaborates, and how an art works, in addition to some resources to support the learner's continued development, and it does that in 6 modules that are 30 minutes long. Members of an organization with a Safe Enterprise subscription and Scaled Agile partners can access Safe Jumpstart. Many of our customers tell us that Safe Jumpstart is the bridge they need to get more employees up to speed quickly and contributing to the organization's journey toward business agility.
Thanks, Hande. I'd like to share a quick little story with you about my journey as an SPC. I remember the first time I stepped in front of a classroom and I completed the training, stepped back afterwards, did another class, stepped back, and I was like, that did not go so well. Right? Has anyone else been there? Right? Yeah. So I had to do some self-reflection, some analysis on myself on what was missing. What was I not connecting to? So I took a look at trainers that I had experienced in my life or teachers that impacted me, and I asked myself, what did they have that I don't? And I realized that they had a connection to the content, but beyond that, they understood that their purpose went far beyond teaching the materials. I realized what was missing. What was missing was that I needed to be a catalyst for change. My purpose was to be a catalyst for change, but the conduit for that purpose was the principles that I was teaching, the techniques that I was teaching, the activities that I was leading learners through. That was my conduit to help them understand that they had something at their fingertips that could make their life better. And that's what I had to focus on, was how could they be better when they left the classroom. So with this in mind and your feedback, we reached out to some expert SPCs in the field and developed the Ready to Train online learning series. Whether you're new or an experienced trainer, this has something for you. Check it out. Right? Yes, it has something for you. So you'll also learn that lecturing your students or just giving them information is not the only way to get there. Chances are, when they ask a question, they already know the answer to it. So our job as catalysts is to help them understand that they have that answer, lead them to it, because those aha moments are the learnings that will stick with them for years to come. And that's how we change the way that they work. Combined with that, we'll also help you learn how to be a pro at using Collaborate. There's trainer guides helping you navigate those trainer guides, adding students to your roster, using the tools and technology both in person and in virtual training. Complete the learning, and you'll also receive, like in Jumpstart, your online digital badge that you can share on social media. Then you can power up your training skills and impact your learners in the classroom. Now you can see all of these amazing products that we're talking about in the product lab just down the hall.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today, everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome again.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the SAFE Summit. I'm Yuka Kurihara, Director of Globalization Services at Scale Agile. I'm sure you agree that it's easier to achieve business agility if everyone in your organization can learn in their own language. Which is why it's our mission to make SAFE more accessible and understandable by people around the world. When I first started at Scale Agile, we did not offer courses in different languages. And we kept getting similar feedback from the SAFE community. For example, SAFE is a wealth of excellent knowledge, but you have to be an English speaker to learn it. Another quote, I'm not an English speaker, so it's challenging to take exams in English. Well, I'm not a native English speaker either, so I really know how challenging it is to teach SAFE content and learn it and translate it when English isn't your first language. Well, guess what? We heard you loud and clear, and I'm very excited to share the progress we made. And you're gonna love this. We now have SAFE Glossary in 13 different languages. And Business Agility Assessment is already available in 4 languages. And also, I'm very excited to tell you that we have recently released Lean Portfolio Management in Japanese. And our flagship course, Leading SAFE in French. And now Spanish. Let me tell you, this was really challenging effort because Spanish is spoken in so many different countries around the world, and there are a lot of regional variations. Luckily, we have amazing in-country review team who spent several months translating SAFE terms and making sure that they made sense for Spanish speakers in Spain, Mexico, and Latin America. Muchas gracias to the Spanish in-country review team. And remember, there's a whole catalog of courses in different languages, Leading SAFE, SAFE for Teams, and Lean Portfolio Management. And I'd like to extend a sincere thank you to all our in-country review teams who are translating and reviewing SAFE content in 7 different languages. We couldn't bring SAFE to the rest of the world without you. Once you've taken a course, passing the exam is the next step. Many of you have told us how stressful it can be to take an exam, so we made big improvements to the exam experience. Our new enterprise-grade exam platform, supports learners' end-to-end experience in their local language. If you have taken an exam with us before, you probably noticed that we only translated questions and answer choices before, but now we have navigation, candidate agreements, score reports, email notifications in your language. also offers improvements for low vision learners, including Windows contrast mode and scalable text. So what's next? Localizing more courses and learning assets in different languages, of course, including implementing SAFE in Japanese to grow a community of SPCs in Japan, Lean Portfolio Management in Chinese to help executives develop a strategic portfolio, Leading SAFE in German, and more is coming, we promise. So remember to sign up for courses to continue learning in your language. Thank you so much for joining me today.
so great to see you right here at the SAFE Summit in person. My name is Dima Dejani. I'm a SAFE Fellow and thank you. I'm Director of Product Management right here at Scaled Agile. I'm thrilled to talk to you today about business agility and specifically extending the reach of SAFE. So you're experiencing it. We've been talking and researching with many of you, many enterprises, many partners. You want more out of SAFE. You want more impact. You want to achieve business agility, whole business sense and response ability. You're the ones that are telling us you're starting to pull into areas beyond the traditional IT. So we're very excited and very intrigued. We wanted to learn more, and just like with anything complex, we decided rather than jump into guidance, let us learn from you. Let us see what's happening in the field. Let us see what patterns are emerging. So we went to the community of SAFE Fellows. Many of you are right here in this room today, as well as many SAFE experts, to ask you about what is materializing. And I'm thrilled to announce the brand new Business Agility Experience Reports. These are experience-based articles written by each of those experts that are actually implementing SAFE in areas such as finance, HR, marketing, and many other areas beyond IT. And you're gaining a lot of learnings and a lot of gains. What's really special about these experience reports is that they are from the field, experience-based. I encourage all of you to go take a look at them, browse them, read them, and get to learn about these experience reports. I'm gonna give you only 2 examples. In one example, we had a fintech company apply Agile HR. They wanted to put their people first. And they brought in the principles of Agile HR, totally embraced it, and turned around their talent development function, again, focusing on their people. And another example, there was a group that wanted to bring agility into their marketing teams. So they embraced SAFE within marketing for remarkable results of performance for both sales and marketing. So very excited about them. Many other examples. If you're sitting here wondering, how did they get there? Go through the experience reports. Some really smart people have synthesized some real experiences. And speaking of marketing, I want to remind you, we have Agile Marketing with SAFE. It is the one-day course that you can take your marketing team through in order to embrace Lean Agile principles and help integrate with SAFE environment. It's unique because it is written by marketers in the language of marketing and highly context specific. You will find really great reception for it once you take it to your groups. If you're wondering, how can you teach it? Well, any SPC within a SAFE enterprise subscription or at a partner SPC, so lean on your partners here, can teach this course. Of course, if you're one of those SPCs and wondering, how do I teach it? It's as simple as go online and complete the online validation. Anybody surprised? Easy, easy peasy. We're really excited about it. Very good reception in those early days. The third theme for extending SAFE's reach. You all know it. You've seen it in every Agile survey since the beginning of Agile. We need leadership. Specifically, we need Lean Agile leadership. So we introduced a while back a leadership development program called Leading in the Digital Age. It is an innovative format unlike any other prior SAFE course. It's over a series of multiple weeks both in person and offline, working together as a cohort. The cohort piece is really important. It's to put a group of peers, leader peers together to go through this journey together as they develop. Well, what's surprising for us is since we introduced it, we had initially designed it in the early days, some of you were part of that, to target the most senior executives, most senior leaders, which is still true. But we found in the field, once we released it in the wild, people were attracted to it at all levels of leadership. Imagine functional managers. Imagine people managers, the people managers of the people on your Agile release trains. Those folks are gaining energy and inspiration and starting to manifest lean Agile mindset and behaviors in ways that really is starting to break the barrier to enable business agility. This program is comprised of 2 modules. The first is leading by example. Leading by example focuses on building the mindset of being an authentic leader, developing emotional competence, and acting with courage. The next module is our more recent one, is accelerating change leadership. Some of you may not have heard of it yet. We built it in collaboration with the Cotter International Institute, well-proven change IP, and it gives a tool in the tool belt of your leaders, a critical tool, how to lead change. And you know we all need that in order to scale our transformations and achieve the elusive business agility. So we're very excited about all these things that are coming, and I want to thank you for all of your contributions to the SAFE community and coming along this journey with us. And as always, we welcome your feedback. Help us improve so we can serve you better. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the conference.
My name's Andrew Sales. I'm a SAFE Fellow and Principal Consultant here at Scaled Agile. And in my role as the Framework Product Manager, I help to manage and prioritize the roadmap that guides the development of the framework, articles, and IP. And we do that through your feedback, your suggestions, the experiences that you share with us. And I'm delighted today to share with you the work we've done over the last 3 months. Now, it's been wonderful hearing from my colleagues this morning all the resources, the assets, the tools that you have available to support you on your journey towards business agility. But one question still remains, as we start to apply those within your SAFE enterprises, how do we know how we're performing towards that goal? How do we measure our progress, and how do we understand where we need to apply improvements? And that's going to be the topic that I discuss. Good news, we know how to do this. Last year, we released a significant update to our metrics article. It described 3 key measurement domains that you need to measure to understand the progress that you're making toward business agility: outcomes, flow, and competency. And we've released previously tools and assets to support you doing just that. Today, I'm going to talk about additional resources in each one of these 3 measurement domains. Let's start with competency. Now, competency is a measure of the proficiency that you have in lean agile practices. And we measure competency using the SAFE assessments. We have the business agility assessment that gives you an overall level of proficiency across your SAFE portfolio. And we have the specific 7 core competency assessments to give you the detail you need to take action. Now, we launched these assessments 2.5 years ago. And since then, hundreds of SAFE enterprises have been using them effectively. And through their feedback and the data that's been collected, we've embarked on an improvement program. Starting with the business agility and team and technical agility assessments earlier this year, we've made them more outcome-focused and more accessible by simplifying the assessment statements. And I'm delighted to announce today 3 more assessments that have been improved, updated, and released. First, the Agile Product Delivery Assessment, assessing whether your art is taking a customer-centric approach, whether it can deliver value effectively, whether it's applying relentless improvement. This is a wonderful assessment to use ahead of an inspect and adapt event to generate the data you need to identify the systemic problems. The Lean Portfolio Management Assessment. Are you successfully connecting strategy to execution? Are you investing in the right things that will help you stay ahead of the competition? And finally, we just heard from Dima the importance of Lean Agile leadership. Leaders, through their actions and behaviors, set the culture for the organization. They can use this assessment to self-reflect. We can use it to assess a leadership team and help them understand how they need to model the Lean Agile ways of working. Now, all these assessments are available today through the SAFe community platform. Simply navigate to the Measure and Grow page and use our assessment partners, Agility Health and Comparative Agility. Through their platforms, you can scale these assessments across your organization. You can trend the data. You can compare to other organizations in your industry via the worldwide index data that is collected. And while you're there, don't forget to download the Measure and Grow toolkit that'll give you all the resources you need to effectively start running the assessments within your SAFe enterprise. One other initiative alongside the assessments that I'd like to remind you about are the growth recommendations. We started this initiative earlier this year with the Team and Technical Agility Assessment. These are specific, curated actions that you can take to improve based on the data that you collected in those assessments. So embedded in those two assessment platforms are 170 actions and activities that teams can take to get better at team and technical agility. They link directly to the community assets they need to be successful in executing those improvements. And over the next few months, we're going to roll out some growth recommendations for the Agile Product Delivery Assessment. Look out for those. Let's talk about outcomes now. Outcomes describe whether we're delivering the expected business benefit through the work that we're doing. And SAFe has talked about outcomes for some time now. We talk about value stream KPIs. We have PI objectives. Some teams even use iteration goals to describe the outcomes they're aligning to over the next 2 weeks. We've also had a lot of organizations reach out to us and ask whether they can start to harness OKRs. They've seen many technology organizations successfully use OKRs to connect strategy to execution and help steer them to successful strategic outcomes. So we listened to that feedback, and earlier this year we embarked on a process of research thinking about how we can bring OKRs into SAFe in a way that will help you to be successful. And I'm delighted to announce a new extended guidance article applying OKRs in SAFe. The article is available today, and it describes 3 key use cases for applying OKRs successfully. How do you apply them to connect strategy to execution? How can you create OKRs for your value streams and arts? How can you use them to define better business outcomes for your epics and business cases? And critically, how can you use them to describe the transformation outcomes that you're striving to deliver? The final measurement domain, flow. Critical to ensure that we have effective ways of delivering value to our customers. And we know how to measure flow. We measure it through the 6 flow metrics described in that metrics article. We have flow load, how much work is in the system. Flow distribution, are we balancing business and technology concerns appropriately? Flow velocity, what's our productivity? Flow time, how long do our customers wait for that value to be delivered? Flow predictability, can we make and meet our commitments regularly? And flow efficiency, how effective are our systems? Can we identify and remove delays? Once you start measuring flow, you start surfacing problems. And I'm delighted to announce some significant new resources to help you mitigate those problems. The first is a brand new set of extended guidance articles accelerating flow in SAFe that describe 8 flow accelerators. The bad news, I'm not going to tell you about those. I'm going to let Dean do that in his keynote that's coming up shortly. What I'm going to tell you about is 2 additional articles focused on Kanban. You know that SAFe is a flow-based framework. We talk about a connected system of Kanbans flowing from the top to the bottom. The first new article that we've released Applying Kanban within SAFe describes how to create that effective set of connected Kanban systems, how to flow ideas through the portfolio all the way through the art down to the team, how to create systems that work effectively with the right policies that make the work transparent. And secondly, a core framework article, Team Kanban. We know that many teams within SAFe choose Scrum as their primary methodology. This new article now elevates Kanban as a choice for them to make. It describes the roles, the events, the processes. It describes how to successfully integrate those Kanban teams onto the art. And then finally, teams are only as effective as the team coaching they receive. Every team within SAFe has a team coach. It's the Scrum Master. And we're delighted to announce a significant update to our Scrum Master guidance. Not only does it describe their role in facilitating PI planning and iteration planning, supporting PI execution, building high-performing teams, it now recognizes as a key responsibility their role in improving flow. Every team on the art now has someone who's going to help them to identify problems with flow, think about how they can solve them, to ensure every team is working effectively to speed up the value delivery to your customers. Thank you very much for your time today.